Good afternoon. Magdalena Spalinska, spokesperson to Registry in Chambers. Welcome to our weekly press briefing, and I'm joined, as usual, by a representative of the Office of the Prosecutor, Aleksandar Kontic, from the immediate Office of the Prosecutor. Today I will run through a series of case-related updates. On Monday, Stoyan Żuplianin filed a motion to vacate the trial judgment in his case, following the decision of a special chamber from the 28th of August 2013 that Judge Frederick Harhoff demonstrated an unacceptable appearance of bias in favor of conviction in a private letter he circulated on the 6th of June this year. Also on Monday, Żuplianin requested that Judge Liu recuse himself from consideration of the motion to vacate the trial judgment, on the grounds that the judge had already expressed his views on the issue in his ruling on Judge Harhoff's disqualification from the Szeszel case. Yesterday, President Meron withdrew from consideration of the requests due to a conflict of interest and referred them to Judge Agius for appropriate action. Micio Stanisic and Stoyan Żuplianin, two high-level Bosnian Serb officials, were each sentenced to 22 years imprisonment in March of this year for crimes against humanity and war crimes committed in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Judge Harhoff was a member of the trial chamber in this case. Turning now to the case of Goran Hadžić, last Thursday the prosecution concluded its case in chief with the testimony of witness Ljubo Pribudić. In this case, the prosecution called 81 witnesses who appeared before the trial chamber and submitted the evidence of an additional 45 witnesses in written form pursuant to Rules 92 bis and quarter. The prosecution tendered 3,025 exhibits into evidence and used approximately 180 of the 185 hours allocated by the trial chamber to present its case, which began on the 16th of October 2012. Now, in the case of Radovan Karadzic, last Friday the accused filed an amended Rule 65-ter list of witnesses and exhibits. The confidential list has 91 proposed new witnesses to testify in relation to count 1 of his indictment, which deals with the charge of genocide in some municipalities of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The accused is also seeking to recall 46 defense witnesses who have already testified in relation to the same count and has asked for an additional 100 hours for the examination of these total of 137 witnesses. Now, to remind you, the trial will resume next Tuesday, 29th of October at 9 a.m. in courtroom 1. Also last Friday, the chamber appointed by President Meron concluded that Karadzic's motion of 27th of September requesting the appointment of a special chamber to decide whether to investigate a possible contempt by former prosecutor Carla Del Ponte should be dealt by the Mechanism for International Criminal Tribunals. The request was therefore referred to the president of the mechanism. In his request of 27 September, Karadzic stated that according to a WikiLeaks cable, Carla Del Ponte disclosed confidential witness information from the Slobodan Milosevic case to US representatives in 2004. In the case of Ratko Mladic, presiding Judge Ori stated on Monday that the prosecution is expected to rest its case in November this year. The chamber expects that the prosecution's case will be closed by January 2014 after all pending evidentiary motions have been decided upon. Judge Ori advised the defense that they should be ready to make any Rule 98 bis submissions towards the end of January or early February. Should there be a need for a defense case, Judge Ori advised that the defense should be ready to start its presentation of evidence around February-March 2014. A scheduling order with exact dates will follow in due course. The case resumes this Friday, 25th of October, 9:30 in courtroom 1, and continues next week as scheduled, and the tribunal will be closed tomorrow for UN Day. And finally, this week, the tribunal's outreach program has awarded prizes to the winners of a national essay writing competition held in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The first prize went to student Maja Graca from Meša Selimović Gymnasium in Tuzla. This autumn, 135 young people from across BiH submitted essays on the topic, "Should we hold trials for war crimes committed during an armed conflict?" The competition was designed to encourage young people to voice their opinions about the work of the ICTY and its relevance to their communities. Thank you very much, Sasha.
No statement from the Office of the Prosecutor.
Thank you. The questions from...
Could you update us with the developments in Šešelj case, if any? Why is it taking so long to appoint a new judge, if that's the next step after the disqualification of Judge Harhoff has been confirmed?
The next step, indeed, is the appointment of the new judge, and we are waiting for the decision of Vice President Judge Agius. As you know, it's coming up soon, it's coming up in due course, so it's expected. Any other?
Are you aware if there is any 98-bis motion in Hadžić case? Since prosecution finished with their case and there was nothing.
I'm not aware at the moment of any such motions.
And what's the next step in this Karadžić's submission for investigation against Carla Del Ponte, after the chamber in fact agreed with the prosecution that it's in the jurisdiction of mechanism now?
Yes, it is under MICT now, and as I said, it's with the president of MICT, Judge Meron, and he will then make further decisions and appoint.
And he could theoretically appoint a special mechanism chamber to investigate this.
It's the mechanism who is now in charge of that issue, indeed. Yeah.
What does that mean?
The president of MICT will now make decisions on that motion, since the motion is under the jurisdiction of MICT and not of the ICTY. So we have to wait for
But
his...
what are the possibilities? I mean, what kind of steps he can make? That's what I don't understand.
He will make steps in order to decide on this issue through a panel that will be appointed.
Okay, so
Could you remind us, are the judges from the tribunal special chamber which he appointed, at the same time the judges of the mechanism?
I don't remember now who
Yeah.
is on the list on the roster list of the MICT.
but is it available?
That would be useful if you can
Yeah.
prepare it for us.
Please contact us afterwards, and
Okay.
there is a list, and we can share it.
Judge,
Yeah.
MICT judges.
MICT judges,
Okay.
and we'll share it with you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. If no more questions, then thank you very much, and see you next week then.